Hello traders, welcome back to Simply Forex. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you are all wonderful, fantastic, brilliant, amazing today. Guys, we've got a guest on today, you'll be glad to know. So we'll get him on shortly. And he's going to share a strategy that he's developed for us. All right, so very interesting. Yeah, so we've got Harit coming on a little bit later. The editor will let me know when he's ready. But meantime, guys, we can see who is in the house. And also, I'll take you through a couple of trades that I am currently in. We've taken profit on one, and I'm also in another trade as well. So we'll take a look at those, guys. Also, yeah, ask as many questions as you like for our guest. Yeah, so he'll be coming on, so ask as many questions as you like. We'll probably let him do his thing, and then we can sort of take some of the questions later on. So listen to what he has to say and then ask him some questions. Right, let's do in the house. First of all, so Colin, hi. Noor, hi. Brett, afternoon. Yeah, let me just show you a couple of things that I like the look of, guys. So I believe our guest is ready, but let me just show you a couple of things that I'm looking at. All right, so you can see this New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar, this sell idea is finally breaking down, guys. Yeah, we've sort of broken out of this level. I would like to see a H4 candle break. Yeah, I'd like to see this H4 candle finish like this. All right, and that would mean a H4 break as well. But yeah, if we look at the H1, you know, we've clearly had a break. Yeah, on the H1, we've clearly had a break at this level. Price is coming down. We've got lower lows. But like I say, guys, we want that H4 candle to follow through as well. What else are we looking at? Aussie dollar, US dollar. Shoulda, woulda, coulda with this trade, guys. I was contemplating getting into this trade, yeah, because on the H4, yeah, it broke down. Yeah, so we were looking to sell Aussie dollar, US dollar. Yeah, it come up here and then it broke this level. This candle was very nice to enter on. I was just a little wary that we had some news later on, you know, in a couple of hours or so. But yeah, perhaps hindsight, we should have got into this. Yeah, we could have, you know, potentially take some profit before the news and tighten stop losses. So yeah, we like Aussie dollar, US dollar. And also, guys, I'm also in Euro pound. Okay. This is more of a day and H1 trade, because if we look at this structure on Euro pound, yeah, we are in an uptrend. We've got higher highs. This weekly resistance is holding, and we got a nice wick rejection at these lows. All right. So all of those reasons I like to buy Euro pound. But also, if we look at the H1, we recently had a break of this level, and this was an important level for me. You can see how once it broke, it's now using it as support as well. What was once resistance becomes support, and the idea is to take price all the way back up to these highs. Yeah, so H1's broke, H4 hasn't. So if we go back to the H4, yeah, you can see I really want to see a break of this level. Yeah, I want to see this H4 candle follow through like this. Yeah, then that gives me real confidence, you know, that this trade is going to go higher as well if we get that H4 break. So yeah, those are the trades I am in, guys. Let's say hello to a few people. Heath, Travis, Carlos, Jovan. You are now a Simply Forex YouTube member. Welcome to the team. Dexter, how are you? Dexter, yeah, right, guys. It is time for our guest. So, editor, I don't, by the magic of StreamYard, can you hook me up? So what should I stop doing now? Should I stop presenting?
Hi, Tom.
Oh yeah, good. All right, we are in. business. So,
How are you?
hi, how are you? Nice to have you on.
I'm absolutely fine. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. So glad you could finally make it. So Harshit, we're just going to sort of ask you a few questions so we get to know you as a trader, and then we're going to sort of look at how you look at the markets. And I understand you've also developed a strategy for us as well.
Yes. I've developed a strategy for the team.
Okay, brilliant. All right, this is interesting stuff. Because guys, I've been speaking to many traders all around the world. Some want to be on camera, some don't. But we're just getting such a wealth of information, new strategies, new ideas. So yeah, we're really looking forward to see Harshit and what he has in store for us. And also, guys, if you enjoy this content, then please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and also smash the like button. And also, guys, today's live stream is sponsored by My Flash Funding. So as you can see above my head, guys, My Flash Funding, prop firm company, and they are offering you 23% off any prop firm challenge right now if you use code simply. All right, so go check that out. Use our link, guys, so we can keep giving you these offers. Right, Harshit, I have to do all that to keep the editor happy. But Harshit, before you show us your charts, let's sort of talk through you as a trader. So first of all, Harshit, how did you get into trading? How long have you been a trader? What led you into this crazy world of trading?
I've been trading for around last 4 5 years now. I
Okay.
am a pre-COVID trader who started learning back in the college days. I classify
Mhm.
myself as a positional trader, basically positional or a short-term investor, I would suggest. A better term would be a short-term investor. I prefer to take the trades that are trading near the all-time high. My strategy is completely for managing the funds for the all-time high level stocks. We prefer to get in when the momentum is there. We don't trade the stocks that are not into momentum.
Okay.
Momentum is, yeah, because the trader you need momentum, and momentum can be captured only when things are trading at the crucial levels. And at
Okay.
all-time
So
high levels, generally the momentum is at very fast. Momentum is generally very fast at the all-time high levels or below at the all-time low levels. So we
okay.
prefer to trade the stocks that are at the all-time high. I generally trade the cash market or sometimes forex, but mostly into the cash market.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I should have mentioned that. So Harshit is a stock trader predominantly, yeah,
Yeah.
and you're trading stocks that are at all-time highs pretty much
Yes.
with momentum, okay, and you just want to continue that momentum. Okay. I also know a stock trader who trades like that. Do you trade the cup and saucer pattern? You know this
Yeah.
pattern?
Yes. I think you're referring to Mark Minervini.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mark Minervini. Yeah, so my friend, he sort of follows him and he trades stocks.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, all right, interesting. But you said you've developed something for us and
Yes.
and specifically the forex market.
Yeah, forex market or the foreign indexes that I have developed.
Okay, all right,
Let me
and
show much.
just to actually before you do, Harshit, let me just understand a bit more you as a trader. So you've been trading for around almost 6 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in that time, how long did it take you to get consistent profits? To get some consistency in your trading.
Yeah, I understand.
It's the million-dollar
As a
question. Everyone wants to know
yeah,
this.
like everyone else journey, I too had a hard time in the market at first. It took me around 3.5 to 4 years before I become consistent. Because when you enter the market, everyone has the same dilemma, same question, like how the profits are to be earned. But it's not so easy. When you are entering in the market, you have to acquire so many knowledge, a fundamental knowledge about the market, how the things work. You need to know the technicalities of the market. You need to know the psychology of the market. You need to understand your psychology. Because when you are trading, you have to know everything. You can't just simply punch in the trade and grasp the profit. You can't get the profit so easily. It takes really a long time to become a consistent trader. And there are some people who can't get consistent in their whole life as well.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're talking about your edge, Harsh. I
Yeah,
always say, it's about your strategy first and foremost, your psychology, controlling yourself, and then money management, controlling that as well. If you can sort of marry those three together, then you can
you
create
become a
some
trader.
consistency. Yeah, exactly. You become a trader. Yeah. All right, brilliant. And sort of just to understand the frequency of your trades, you trade predominantly stocks, but how many trades would you have per week, for example?
It depends. Generally, the stocks in my portfolio keeps on changing around thrice or two times a week. I try to hold them if they are doing well, and
Mm,
if the setup is not well, I will. There may be chances that I will cut short it as early as possible.
okay. Okay. And how long will you hold a trade for, hold a stock for?
Depending on the structure, there are sometimes that a stock goes well and it's moving fine, so I might hold it for the long time. But if the structure is weak and the market is not holding well, I may cut it short as early as possible.
Okay. Okay. And you
There
say
are
you're a
times,
position. Sorry, Harshit, go on, carry on.
sometimes I hold a trade for 1 to 2 weeks, and sometimes I may hold a trade for say 2 3 months or 3 4 months as well. It
Yeah.
depending on the market structure. If the broader markets are fine, I may hold the trade for as long as possible. If the broader markets are not doing well, my positions will not be performing well. So I will cut them short as early as possible to manage my risk.
Okay. And are you looking at stocks from a technical point of view? We spoke about this cup and saucer pattern and Mark Minervini. And, are you looking at it purely from a technical point of view, or do you have to have the fundamentals of that company back up the technicals, like ROI, how much cash they're holding, liquidity, these types of things?
Depending on my investment horizon period, like say if I'm preparing to hold a stock for like 2 3 years or 3 4 months, I may look into fundamentals. But if my time frame is confined, like I have to hold a trade for a month, so I might not look at the technicals. Depending,
Okay.
it completely depends on the my investment perspective. Like if I'm planning to for long term, then I may check the fundamentals of the stock. But if my perspective is short term, so I may not be checking the fundamentals. But it's always
Oh,
preferable to hold a stock that is having good fundamentals.
sure. And this is interesting, Harsha, because I'm predominantly Forex. I will trade indices and commodities. So this is interesting for some of our viewers and understanding what stock traders look at. And then when we, because some of you guys might be interested in trading stocks. So when you say fundamentals, what ratios, what information are you specifically looking at to make a company attractive?
Like we mentioned earlier about the Mark Minervini, I am his ardent follower. I study Mark Minervini and Sten Weinstein. So my theory is simple. I believe if we are holding something like any stock, we should look at the three main things for the stocks. First is EPS, earning per share. Other one is revenue, and third one is operating profit margin. Like the reason for all three things are very simple. If suppose you are holding a business, and if you are earning a if you are having good sales in the market, so your revenue will be consistent. And along with the revenue, if you are having a good profit margins,
Mm,
a profit margin, higher profit margins combined with higher sales results in growth.
mm.
For any business to flourish, we need a profit margin that is increasing, and we need a sales revenue which is increasing. And if both things are performing well, we can hold a stock for as long as it doing things well.
Okay.
And the
And
EPS is same. If the sales are increasing and operating profit margins are increasing, then earning per share will also increase. And for a trader or an investor who is planning to hold a stock, these things become very evident.
sure. Okay. So you're combining the fundamentals with the technicals. If they marry together, you will potentially hold a stock for some time.
Yes.
And as Forex traders, we're obviously really interested in interest rates. We're interested in CPI figures. We're interested in retail sales, all these different pieces of news. are these the same things that you're interested in as a stock trader, or is the big news earnings releases? Yeah. Well, what's the big news for the stocks? Earnings releases, basically.
For a stock, earnings, earnings are good. If a company is expecting a good earning, it may be evidently available in the stock chart. You can see them earlier, like as a technical analyst, you know well that if there's something about to happen, a chart speak everything. We can spot in the chart earlier. So I prefer earnings. If the earnings are good and you are holding a stock, then it's icing on the cake. You can hold it for much longer time.
Yeah, and I always have this, not argument, but this debate with my stock trading friend. Okay, and he follows the same guy as you do, and he has a similar strategy to you by all accounts. And that is that, you know, if the indices are doing well, the stocks will do well. But he will say this is not, that correlation will break. He will say, you know, the Nasdaq could be dropping, but he'll have a specific stock that is still flourishing and doing really well. Do you find that, or generally speaking, are the indices, are your stocks always correlated with the indices?
No. I believe your friend is on the right side as mine. I believe that if a stock is doing well, then it's not like that index will also do well. There are times when the index might not do well, but a stock is doing well. Because if we look at the broader picture, that index is composed by, say, like if you look at US 30, it's composed of 30 stocks. But if we look at the US market completely, there are so many securities, and it's not possible that all will be falling. There may be times when there may be times when those 30 securities might not be doing well, but other securities that are tradable in the market, they may be doing well.
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Fair enough. And you know, when you also said you trade Forex, Harshit. So what are some of the big differences you see in trading stocks and trading Forex? You know, potentially from a technical point of view or a fundamental point of view. What are the big differences there between stock trading and Forex trading?
What I felt while trading stocks and while trading Forex is completely not I should not say completely, but technicals work much better on Forex as compared to stocks. Our technical analysis indicator or oscillators work much well on Forex market in comparison to that of the Indian market, in comparison to the equity market. There may be times when you're not having enough time to trade the market, but in Forex, as you have 24 hours, 7 open market, you can trade it anytime. So there is a flexibility to trade the market, but that can't be available when you're trading a crash market.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And I take a look at the stocks charts now and again, you know, to see if I can apply the same technicals. And like you say, is less technically driven. And you get so many gap ups and gap downs. You know, how do you deal with those? You know, because typically in the Forex market, we get a gap up or a gap down, the market will want to fill that gap. Is that the same with
Yes,
stocks?
it's similar in stocks as well. Gaps are generally filled, but there are sometimes when like there are few gaps, runaway gaps, and some of the gaps which are not filled in the market. It's possible that it may not be filled in equity market, but they will be filled in the Forex.
Yeah, okay, but in the
There are
stock
times,
market,
yeah,
stock trading, they're not always filled.
no. There are chances that it may remain unfilled.
Okay, all right, brilliant. All right, and Harsh, and just to, you know, have you got any top share tips for us right now? You know, what shares are you looking at? What shares would you hold for a long term? I could add some to my portfolio, Harsh, if you recommend them highly
I have
enough.
few for the Indian market, but not for the global market as of now. But yeah, we can discuss them later if I find something much better for it.
Okay, so you're trading predominantly the Indian
Indian
stock
markets.
market and Indian companies, yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And also, Harsh, in your, you know, 6 years that you've been trading, and you know, there's been lots of ups and downs, I'm sure, and lots of learning curves. What are some real, you know, pearls of wisdom that you would like to share with our viewers before we look at your charts? You know, what are a few things that really stand out for you that, you know, that really helped you with your learning curve?
With my learning curve, I believe risk management and position sizing. These are the two things. If a trader have them in their arsenal, he can do well in his
Yeah.
entire journey. If you're managing your risk well and doing the position sizing well, you can manage as a trader. I think these are the two things. If a trader hone them, he can be very successful.
And when you
Apart
say,
from
sorry, Harshit, go on.
apart from risk management and position sizing, if you're not managing them well, a trader, any good strategy won't work for you.
Sure. No, yeah, couldn't agree more. And when you say, obviously, people understand risk management, you know, but what do you typically risk percentage-wise with each trade?
I prefer to risk 0.5 to 1% on a trade, not more than
Okay.
that.
Okay.
But if a trade is going well, I may risk more or try to reduce the risk as early as possible. I can position size it more by entering the trade if it's going well in my favor.
Okay. And when you say position size, just to explain to the viewers, Harshit, what do you mean by that? You know, you're firing more than one shot at the trade, and you're potentially getting in at different prices with each trade. Talk to us a little bit about that. How do you implement position sizing?
Suppose my account is of $100,000, and I'm planning to risk 1% on a trade. That would be $1,000, and the entry price of a stock is say $5, and my stop loss is at 0.5, 4.5. So my risk would be $0.5 per stock. And as I can do $1,000, as I can take $1,000 risk, I can trade 2,000 quantities. But if the trade goes in my favor, suppose it moves from $5 to $6, I can position. Then my risk is basically removed.
Okay.
I can shift my stop loss to my cost.
Okay.
I'm
So
trailing my stop loss. Yeah, I'm trailing my
you'll move
stop loss
stop to
from.
break even.
Yes. And when I find a specific pivot point, say if I'm getting a better entry as per my trading setup or technicalities, I may add more position size to it and will move my stop loss further when the trade goes into my favor.
Sure. Okay. So you'll add to winning positions, move your stop loss up if we're buying, which you normally are. And, you know, okay. All right. So we understand that. Yeah. All right then, Harshit. So, yeah, what's just last question? What's something that you found really difficult in your trading career so far? And what did you do to overcome it? Maybe it was a big losing trade. Maybe it was learning something the hard way, or you know, what was something that you learned a lot from?
I would say risk management. Earlier, I used to risk a lot, like say 5-6% of my capital to a trade. But when I mastered the risk management rules, I think the journey becomes much easier.
Sure. And from a psychological point of view, it becomes easier.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
because
know.
it's really hard when you're losing bigger. It's really hard to hold the trade.
Yes, it's one thing being $100 offside. It's another thing being $1,000 offside. Yeah, it's just there's a psychological thing there. Yeah, definitely. All right, and Harshit. So yeah, if you can sort of share your charts now. So please share with us anything you like. You know, if you want to talk about how you assess stocks, we can look at that. Or if you want to specifically look at this Forex strategy that you've developed for us, then please, you know, the floor is yours.
I would prefer to move with the Forex strategy that I developed for the team.
Okay, so Harshit, yeah, guys, has developed a strategy specifically for Forex, and he's sharing it with us right now, guys. All right, so yeah, if you like this strategy, yeah, then please subscribe to the channel and also smash that like button, guys. And also, don't forget, we've got our trading community, which you can join. Yeah, we've got the free Discord channel, so come join that. And also, guys, you can see above my head, My Flash Funding, they are offering 23% off any of their prop challenges right now if you use code simply. All right, so check it all out, guys. Harshit, take it away.
My strategy is based on technicals. Like I use few technical indicator, Bollinger Bands, RSI, ATR, and it's an intraday strategy. As a trader, my time frame would be 5 minutes. I use a 5 minute chart and a 15-minute chart for the strategy. And strategy is very simple. Like we prefer to buy when the momentum is high as an intraday trader, and we prefer to sell when the momentum is low, really low. And we can spot, let's see, RSI generally shows us the momentum and ATR also shows the momentum, but Bollinger Band shows us the volatility. As a trader, we need volatility and a momentum to trade the stock. If we look at CAT JPY, at CAT JPY, this is my own trade which I took on 8th of February.
Okay.
This is a 15-minute charts on the right and a 5-minute charts on left. Like you can spot here on 15-minute chart, the RSI was above 70 and there was a breakout of the trend here simply. It was a breakout of the trend at a 15-minute time frame and RSI was trading too high. On a shorter time frame, we can spot there was a short squeeze in the trade in the Bollinger Band, which shows the volatility has been reduced, and there was a downward move in the RSI, like which shows that the momentum is really low. But as soon as the momentum broke out, we can see that the stock started trading up well. Like we saw the breakout in the ATR, we saw the breakout in the RSI, we saw the breakout in the chart. All three things are moving well. Like all shows the same signal, which act as a catalyst and resulted in the great up move. And the stocks and the CAT JPY moved for almost 332 pips from that level, and risk was just 7-8 pips. Like it was 7:4 trade, 7.4-hour trade. If a trader has taken a position, he can make approx 336 pips.
Okay. All right. So let's break this down then, Rashid, just to make it easy to understand for everyone. So you've got the 15-minute chart on the right, and we've got the 5-minute chart on the left.
Yes.
And you're just looking for momentum, basically. So this is upward trending on the M15. Yeah, there's lots of bullish buying candles, and then there is some consolidation on the 5-minute chart. We can see that. And from that consolidation, you're looking for a break of that consolidation, basically. And you're supporting that with a break on RSI in terms of the structure of the lines and the ATR.
Yes, absolutely right.
Okay. And you're putting your stop below the consolidation zone, basically.
Yes. There are two things that we can do. Like we can manage a stop loss on the low of the structure, or if the RSI is falling below 50 on a 5-minute time frame, because that shows that the momentum is not present. If the momentum is not present as an intraday trader, we might not be holding the trade, because for an intraday trader, momentum is everything. And same is applicable on the short side as well.
Okay. And would you be trading this because you need momentum, you need volume in the market? Is there a specific time of day where you trade this? Is it London Open, US Open? Is there a specific time you trade this momentum strategy?
Like what I have observed, like there are 4 sessions. if one session is trending, the other will be sideways, and the next one followed by it would be trending as well. So I prefer to trade the session which is preceded by a sideways momentum. Like if
Okay.
Asian session is not in the momentum, then I prefer to trade the next session which is into the momentum.
Okay, so you want sideways action, consolidation during one session, and then the
Yes,
next session you will trade it.
yes,
Yeah, okay. All right. I mean, you usually get a lot of consolidation during the Asian market, you
yes,
know, so you're probably trading the London Open a lot of the time.
yes.
Okay. And also, Harshit, with this strategy on the 15-minute chart on the right, are you not concerned that RSI is in an overbought position?
No, 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 no. I'm not concerned with that. Till the time RSI is basically my strategy is based on overbought only. If the RSI is in overbought zone, then only I'll be trading it. If it's not in the overbought zone, I won't be trading it because as a trader, I need only momentum. Intraday trader does not care about anything else apart from momentum.
Sure.
And the
And
higher
this
the
is
momentum, higher the RSI.
Yeah. And this is exactly how you trade stocks, pretty
Yes.
much. Yeah. Okay. And would it, obviously overbought on the M15 chart in terms of the RSI, but what if it was overbought on the H4? Would that deter
H4.
you?
Yeah, yeah. I agree. If my perspective of trading would be like preferring to hold a trade for like 2 3 days, I would prefer to look the H4 chart, and followed by it on the left I would be having a 1 hour chart, and I'll be following the same process. If my time frame for investment is low, like if I'm planning to cut the trade within a day, then I'm looking at 15 minutes and a 5 minute time frame chart. And if I'm looking to hold a trade for like 2 3 days or 4 5 days, depending on my investment perspective, like my perspective of holding, then I'll be trading it. Then I'll be looking at a 4 hour time frame.
Okay. Okay. And why did you set your profit target at that level?
I'll hold
So,
a trade as long as RSI is above 50, above 70,
okay. So as soon as that RS on the 15-minute or the 5-minute?
15 minute.
Okay, so as soon as that 15-minute chart on the right, as soon as that RSI entered back below the 70, you exit the trade.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe this is more of a risk to reward of
Momentum based
forward.
strategy.
Sorry, Harshit?
A momentum based strategy.
Yeah, 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 exactly. Okay, all right, brilliant. And is there anything else, Harshit, that you wanted to share with us today? So we've understood. And would you? This is a scalping strategy, really. Would you regard it as a scalping strategy, or would you regard it as an intraday strategy?
I would regard it as an intraday strategy.
Not scalping.
No,
No.
because the
Okay.
momentum can last long.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And your exit criteria is RSI drops back below the 70 on the
Yes.
M15. All right. Okay.
There was similar
All right.
scenario in FTSE as well a few days back
Okay.
on 7th. Let me share the chart once. FTSE 100.
And guys, while Harshit looks at his charts and shows us this FTSE 100 trade, if you've got any questions, then please drop them in the live chat and I will ask them. So if you've got any questions, guys, yeah, please leave them now because we'll shortly be asking Harshit some of your questions. So yeah, fire away, don't be shy. Bet you're just happy you're not listening to me for a change. Right. So okay, Harshit. So this is a FTSE 100 trade.
No, it's a GBP JPY trade.
Okay, pound yen.
Pound yen. This was a similar trade, like it lasted well.
Yeah, sure. Okay, Harshin, if you could just speak, take the viewers through exactly this strategy and what you look for. Again, I know we've been through it once, but just to clarify things so that people understand why you've put your stop loss there, why you entered, why that was your target, or when you took profit.
This is a GBP JPY trade,
Yeah.
which was triggered in the morning, I would say, 8th February today at 9:15. Here we can spot there was a trend line breakout in the RSI. RSI was trading at that time above 70. It took a trend line breakout. And if we look at a 5-minute time frame, there was a squeeze in the Bollinger Band, which shows that the volatility has dropped. And if we check the RSI on 5-minute time frame, there was a downward channel, like it was moving in a short channel.
Yeah.
As soon as the RSI broke out, and we can spot the similar scenario in ATR, which shows the momentum was really low at that time. And when there was a breakout in RSI and ATR, which was really at this point, we saw that there was a breakout in price structure as well. So we plan to enter here at this specific level. And from here we hold the trade for around 2-3 hours, which lasted for around 1:30 p.m. So there was a move of around 596 pips, and the stop loss was below this pivot. Like we put the stop loss below the pivot, the low of the structure.
Okay. And on
And
the
the exit
M15,
criteria
sorry.
was same, where the RSI started falling below 50, below 70.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. And so RSI has to be above 70 on the M15 chart.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, quite a clear strategy, guys. If you've got any questions, please ask us. But yeah, easy to understand. So thanks for sharing that, Harshit. When it comes to the Bollinger Band, how are you using that? Because it didn't come into your thinking when you took this trade. So how do you use the Bollinger Band here, or are you not for this trade?
No, I'm using Bollinger Band squeeze. Like I use the
I'm visually using it. You can see a squeeze in the Bollinger Band.
yes. If I put a Bollinger Band here, like just put the Bollinger Band width, which shows the Bollinger Band width. Which shows the width of this indicator shows the width, which
Right.
can be spotted. It's very low here.
I see. Okay, so that
So
bottom indicator is just measuring the width of the Bollinger Band, and you want that to
yes,
be as low as possible, really.
yes,
Yeah.
because there's a cycle which is followed in the market. A low volatility session is followed by a high volatility session, and a high volatility session is followed by a low volatility session. So I
Yeah.
prefer to enter a session which is preceded by a low volatility.
Okay. Okay, and with regards to the higher time frames, would if you looked at this trade, would a big bearish H1 or a big bearish H4 candle put you off taking this trade, or you don't even look at the higher time frame?
No, I don't look at the high time frames.
Okay, so bearish H1 candle, bearish H4 candle, you wouldn't care. It's just a 15-minute and 5-minute strategy.
Yes. If you look at multiple things, your trade won't go well because more analysis led to paralysis. If you know, if you look at
Yes.
everything, you won't be able to trade.
There is an element of that, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Harshit. Well, yeah, that's a great strategy. And how many setups are you getting with this on an average week?
2-3 setups in a
2 or
week,
3 setups.
not more
Okay.
than that. But
And
they're
how
high
many?
probable trade.
Okay. And how many forex pairs do you look at to get 3 setups a week?
7-8, not much.
Okay.
I have a fixed list which I look at. I don't look at many trades.
Right.
Sometimes I look at gold and silver as well, but I
Yeah.
don't look more.
No. Okay. So potentially more setups if we looked at more currency pairs.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
but
All
they're
right.
not
All right.
liquid as well.
Yeah. You need the liquidity. Yeah. Okay. All right, Harshit. I mean, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for sharing, about your journey as a trader and also your strategy and what you look for. Okay, I'm just looking down, guys. Okay, so no, all right. So thank you very much, Harshit. So thank you for your time, guys. If you've enjoyed listening to Harshit explain his stocks and his forex strategy, then please smash the subscribe button, guys, and also smash the like button as a thank you for his time.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Harshit. Thanks for coming on,
Thank
and
you.
hopefully see you again soon. And guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.